Our winner of this year's 2005 Chicago Idol competition is Miss Stephanie Parker.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Steph here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of Set It Go Down, 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 Down. Set It Go Down. Set It Go Down Sundays. I'm your hostess with the mostest, your girl Stephanie Parker, aka your Las Vegas Diva of the Seas, and this is part 3 of the How to Be a Cruise Ship series. I have been enjoying writing all this information down for you guys, sharing all of this knowledge that I wish someone would have shared with me along the way. For those of you all that are new to my channel, welcome to the shenanigans. I'm a headliner entertainer for Royal Caribbean, former production singer for Princess Cruises, and I currently tour and travel all over the Royal Caribbean fleet with my Remembering Whitney, the Greatest Voice of All headliner show. I am right now in my studio in Las Vegas, preparing to head to the Oasis of the Seas next week to perform the show on there. If you want to see the show, go to divaoftheseas.com. If you want to come on tour with me, tune in tomorrow. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I take you on the road with me. I vlog all the ships. I take you backstage with me. So you want to check that out. But for those of you that are tuning into this video in particular, you want to learn how to be a cruise ship singer, and you have come to the right spot. But before we get into it, you know how we do it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Please comment and like and subscribe and turn on your notifications. Notifications. All right, let's get into this How to Be a Cruise Ship Singer. Third installment is how to build your show, how to put the show together, the meat and potatoes. And I know you guys are looking for Max. I'm looking for him too. He has been wilding out this morning in Las Vegas, just playing in the suitcases, chewing on earrings, jumping all over the piano. So I don't know where he is, but I guarantee you he will make an appearance. But let's get right on into this video. So number 1, it's gonna be 10 tips, okay? 10 tips with some bullet points. Number 1, make sure you can do this. It's fun to say, oh, I want to put my show together, I want to do this headliner show, I want to do this, I want to do that. But you have to make sure that you can do it. You need to make sure that you have the vocal stamina to do not 1 but 2 45-minute shows back to back. Ladies, make sure that you can stand in heels for that length of time. It sounds easy, but I still struggle, honey. I still struggle. I've been running this Whitney Houston show for 8 years nonstop, and I still struggle. So make sure those feet are ready to go. Number two. It ain't about you. It is not about you. And this is the one thing I hear, like, people say all the time, I want to put my show together and I got this and I do this really well and I do this song. It's not about what you sing well. This is a production that you're putting on. You are an entertainer. So you have to do what the people want. It is not about you. Just because you sound good or you like this song or you're a Broadway singer or whatever it is, you have to make sure that this is going to work for your certain clientele. Okay, and you can never, this is getting into number 3. Number 3, you can never go wrong with doing top 40 songs. The more popular the song, the better. Don't do no song don't nobody know. Don't do no original. I'ma say it. You can sneak an original in there if you just really jamming, but I say don't do it. Don't do something that at least 200 people in the audience are gonna know. And you gotta understand, your audience is all demographics, all races, from all over the world, all ages, shapes, and sizes. And so it's going to be very hard to pick something that you think all of them will know. You know what I'm saying? But when you're thinking about it, just think popular music. This is a cruise. Think fun, think happy, think vacation, think popular, okay? Number 4, when you're doing a tribute show. I do a Whitney Houston tribute show. That was something that, you know, I wanted to do anyway for Whitney because I'm just a mega Whitney fan. But also, I knew the name would get people in that theater. You know, you need something that's going to draw people into that theater. That's why you need a good marquee. Insert marquee here. And you need to have a great theme or just something that's going to get people in there. And I knew saying it was a Whitney Houston show was A, going to bring people in there because they Whitney Houston fans and they're ready to party. But B, who is this chick that thinks she can sing some Whitney Houston songs all night? Oh, I'm going. You know what I'm saying? You need to get them in there because they're on a cruise and they have hundreds of things that they could be doing. So much fun, so much food they could be eating. So why should they stop for 45 minutes and come see you? You better make it worth it. Next, don't do an impersonation show. This is still on number 4. Don't do an impersonation show, okay? And I'm not knocking impersonators, okay? If that's your thing, go ahead. But when I put my show together, I try to put it together as if I'm sitting in the seat. You know what I'm saying? And what would I want to see? And every time I've gone to see impersonators, I just be like, this is corny a little bit. This is a little corny. And I was like, I will not. And I know cruise ships are known for being corny or whatever the stigma is that is no more. But I was like, I'm not going to be corny. Like, we going to be jamming. I cannot be corny up there. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing you hear me say after I finish my 2 opening songs with no banter in between, no speech, is this is not an impersonator show. Okay? People really, and me. Uh-oh, I hear somebody. Oh, he's messing with the, I got a new cordless vacuum cleaner, and he's messing with it. Anyway, people want to get to know you. I want to get to know somebody. You know, if I'm sitting in the audience, I just want to get to know them. People will want to get to know you, not you pretending to be someone else, okay? And also, when you pick your songs, if you're doing a tribute show, you got to pick songs that everybody's going to know. Again, that popular music. Whitney has hundreds of songs that I love to sing in my show. People are like, why don't you do Where Do Broken Hearts Go? And why don't you do, look, I only get 8. It's 45 minutes. That's it. Because I got to get y'all out of there so y'all can have second and third dinner. But there's a time limit. So I can't do everything that I want to do. And I also have to follow, what was it? Rule number 3, do popular songs. So I got to pick Whitney's top songs that I know ages all over the world will know these particular songs. So I open with I Have Nothing. I do I'm Your Baby Tonight. I do The Greatest Love of All. I do Saving All My Love for You. We do I Will Always Love You. I Want to Dance with Somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like those big popular Whitney Houston hits. What are you doing over here? Your fans want to see you. They waiting on you. He's playing with the box right now, y'all. I don't know if he's going. You making noise though. Number 5. I call this Tony Tillman quotes. If you do not know who Tony Tillman is, he is an incredible entertainer. Las Vegas entertainer, has been in the game for a very, very long time. Just Google Tony Tillman. I'll insert his picture here. And I've had the pleasure of seeing him perform a few times, and it was like seeing James Brown, like seeing like one of the greats, you know, perform. This man is amazing to the point where I saw him, I was still a production singer, and I saw him, he was eating in the buffet by himself. And I was like, I was starstruck. I was like, I gotta go talk to this guy. I gotta meet him. You know, he seems so cool. And I sat down with him. I said, hello, sir. You know, now I didn't ask him to put me on. I didn't ask him who was his agent. Can he, don't do that. Don't do that. That's just tacky, okay? Just your story, your journey is how it works out for you. But I did want advice, you know? And I said, you know, do you have any advice for an aspiring headliner entertainer? And the first thing he said was, make your show work for you. Don't work for your show. And I said, And I walked away and I pondered on that. And what I took from that was, don't make your show too difficult for you. Remember, you got to do 2. This is hard, okay? And they say, oh, you only work one night of cruise, but you work that night. You definitely work. As far as my Whitney Houston show, I've taken every single song in that show down, either a half step or a whole step. Because why am I going to set myself up? I got to sing 2. Why am I going to put them in the original key? Now, don't go any lower than a half step or a whole step. Don't go a step and a half or 2 steps, because then you start sounding like the alto version of Whitney Houston. and the song loses its intensity. It starts sounding like a different record when you drop the key too much. But you can get away with a half step or a whole step. If you can do stuff in the original key, of course, keep it in the original key. But if you find yourself struggling, don't work for your show. Make your show work for you. I love that advice. I love that advice. Also, I used to do Run to You in the show. I know, for those of you all that have seen my show, you're like, I would love to hear you sing Run to You, child. I would love to hear me sing Run to You too. But let me tell you something about that. Run to You. Run to You will kick your ass vocally. It will kick your ass vocally. And I know you think like, it can't be that hard. No, Run to You, it's probably the hardest song I've ever sung in my entire life. And I'm such a nerd. I was Googling, trying to find live versions of Whitney performing Run to You. I was trying to find them online so I could study her preparatory breaths when she's breathing, because I was running out of gas before the end of the song, and I still had 2 more Whitney songs to sing, because Run to You was in the middle of the show. Well, number 6. And I was like, I am running out of gas. I can't do the child. You're not gonna find no live video of Whitney singing Run to You. You will not. I'll wait. Go ahead, type it in. Run to You, Whitney Houston live. You ain't gonna find it. Why? I did more research. This is why you got to tune in to Let It Go Down, 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 Down. Let It Go Down. Because I met the songwriter Alan Rich of Run to You. Yes, I met him because he was a guest, like celebrity guest on this princess ship I was on, and he came to the show, and I was like, well, I guess I gotta put Run to You back in the show because he's here. And that's the last time I sang it, was because that man was on that ship and he loved it. He said he would come see my show 3 times if he could. Oh, hi Alan, if you're watching. Anyway, I was sitting at lunch with him and I said, boy, Run to You, you wrote a hard song to sing. And he was surprised. He was like, I would have thought that I Have Nothing is hard. I said, oh, I Have Nothing is hard. Trust me, sir. They're all hard. That's what she said. But Run to You. Oh, no. No. And he said, it's funny you say that, because Whitney said the same thing. She said the song is too hard. It's a studio song. I cannot sing it live. So I didn't feel bad about taking it out of my show. Okay? So don't work for your show. Make your show work for you. If there's something that's too hard and you just can't pull it off, don't do it. You gotta be honest with yourself. You got to check yourself. And if you can't do something, take it out. I don't care how many people come up to me and say, I would love to see Run to You. I would too, child. I would too. But she can't do it. And I know what this thing can do. Don't overestimate your instrument now. She has limitations. Amen. All right. So he also told me, Tony told me, he gave me 2 quotes. He said, get on that stage and sing like a man. And I was like, okay. I took that as, don't try to be cute. Now, Mariah Carey, she has mastered being cute on stage and still sounding good. I can't do it. She gets up there and she's just, I came to have a party. No, I love it. I can't do it. But she can do it. I can't do it. I got to make ugly faces. I don't know what I'd be looking like up there. I hope I look some kind of good from the neck down, because the faces I make, you got to be aggressive. You can't get up there and be cute, especially this is a male-driven industry. So you have to get up there and you have to prove yourself. And I don't want to see somebody up there just try and be cute, unless you're Mariah. Okay? Unless you are Mariah, you have a pass, which I did see her in Las Vegas and it was phenomenal. And she was everything. Okay? Everything. Anyway, don't try to be cute. Get up there, sing the song, do what you got to do to hit those notes. Because that's the most important thing, is your vocal execution. Don't get caught up in choreography and hits and lighting. Make everything else as simple as possible, because what you have to do is very, very difficult. All right, number 6. Thank you, Tony Tillman. Number 6, banter. This is what you're gonna say in between songs. This is extremely important. This is one of the things people used to say when I was first putting my show together, like, yeah, but what's her banter like? She's singing the songs good, but what's her banter like? What's her banter like? What's her banter like? She sounds good, but what's the banter like? What's the banter like? What's the banter like? Hey, what's the banter like? Hey, what's the banter like? Hey, what's the banter like? What? She sounds good, but what's the banter like? What's the banter like? What's the banter like? Okay. Oh, sorry. I was jamming. That was jamming. What's the banter like? What's the banter like? But seriously, that's very important, because that's going to be one of the things I'm going to ask. Well, what's your banter like? What's your banter like? Don't make your banter too scripted. Don't get up there and be like, Whitney Houston won her first Grammy in 1987 with a song blah, blah, blah. Whitney Houston was born on August blah, 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 and blah. Nobody wants to stand there and listen to you spew facts. That's what Google is for. They want to just meet you, get to know you. So just have a conversation with your audience as if they were old friends that you invited to your house for drinks. That will make you so much more calmer in between songs, and your audience will relax too. Because if they see somebody that's up there tense and that they realize that they're saying something from memorization, everybody's nervous. You know what I'm saying? And I can say that because I used to have to say those scripted speeches when I was a production singer, and I hated it. I'm like, man, why do I gotta memorize this stuff? And it made me so nervous for my speaking parts. You know what I'm saying? So if you make those speaking parts as simple and cool and calm and as authentic to you, it doesn't even matter if you flub over a word, because the audience is just gonna think that you're just chilling and talking. Tell childhood stories. They love that. I tell childhood stories in my show, especially if you can find a funny story. Oh my goodness. Like, don't try to make it all sentimental. Tell some funny stories. Nobody had a childhood where you didn't laugh or something funny didn't happen. You know, and if you can equate that to what you're getting ready to perform, or, you know, connect the two, golden, baby. Number 7, no videos. Please, y'all, do not put some video at the top of your show, especially some long video. It's 45 minutes. Oh, I didn't even know that Max. When did he get up here? When did you come and join us? When did you? I did not know he was here. Hi, Max. He's looking down at his minions. No videos. You got 45 minutes to do this show. I don't want some 3-minute video taking up time. It's just, I don't know. As soon as it's showtime, start the show. Nobody wants to see, what are you doing? Okay. Nobody wants to see some video. Get to it. Give me the meat and potatoes. So as soon as you hear my pre-recorded intro,
your Las Vegas Diva of the Seas, Miss Stephanie Parker presents Remembering Whitney, the greatest voice of all.
right into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom, boom, boom. Curtain goes up. Boom. Oh, the show has started. Not some screen that you gotta fly in. Just no videos, okay? No videos. Number 8, your show order. Your show should feel like a ride for both you and your audience. It should open huge and then only go up from there, with your closer being the uppercut to send them to the moon. That's what you have to do. Don't be afraid to open with a slow song. If that slow song is huge and good and everybody knows it, do it. But you better do it. You know what I'm saying? I open with I Have Nothing. That song is huge. Why did I do that? Because I knew I had to win my audience's trust with that first song, night after night after night. You have an audience full of people, and they have no idea who you are. They didn't pay no money to come in this theater to see you. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody coming to see you. So you have to convince them to come in there, and then you got to convince them to stay. Because let me tell you something about cruise ships. They will walk out of your show if they're not feeling it. They will put their hands over their ears if they're not feeling it. And I'm only telling you stuff that I have experienced. And you have to have tough skin. Because it's like, really? You know I just did these. You know I just did these. Don't do it. I just did these. He loves hair. This is stuff that I've experienced, in my shows. And you have to have tough skin. You can't have your feelings hurt or get mad at somebody. They ain't paid no money to see you. They have every right to walk out of there. And by the end of my show, to this day, I'm so thankful that people just stuck around. You know what I'm saying? That I could hold him, that I could grab him and hold him, for 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But if you do choose to open with a slow song, the next song should be up-tempo. You need a variety, a balance throughout your show. You know what I'm saying? And then that closer, I close with I Will Always Love You. Boom! Uppercut. Ain't nothing else after that. Ain't nothing else I can give you after I've given you I Will Always Love You. That's it. All right, number 9. You're only as good as your last gig. I love this quote. I learned it from my mentor at Indiana University in the IU Soul Review. His name is Dr. Tyron Cooper. Look him up. He is my mentor. I've had great mentors throughout my life. But he would always tell us that in college. You're only as good as your last gig. You're only as good as your last gig. And what I took from that is, first of all, don't be afraid to give yourself notes after the show. I still give myself notes all the time, sometimes during the show. You know what I'm saying? But what could happen is, let's just say you're on the Allure of the Seas and you did your show and you killed. You know what I'm saying? So you go out, you party, you kick it. You know what I'm saying? You celebrating off of that last gig, but then you got another ship coming up or another cruise coming up next cruise. And now you've been out partying and celebrating off of this last gig you did, and now you're vocally tired. You're exhausted, or you got sick, or so that next show suffers because you still riding out this gig you did a week ago. That's over with. That's done. So you're only as good as your last gig. Do not get overconfident just because you've had a couple of good shows. You don't want just a couple of good shows. You want all your shows to be good. Consistency is key with this gig. Consistency. People need to know that they can count on you. You can't be calling out and getting sick. There's a certain amount of maturity that comes with having to do this job. You're on vacation. You're constantly surrounded by people partying, alcohol, food, all kinds of temptation. So you have got to be able to hold it down and keep it together and don't fall into the temptation. People are going to want to buy you drinks and go out after the show. But if you're on an Oasis class ship where you have to do 3, you can't go out that night after you've done your first 2 because you got to do another one tomorrow. I'm just saying, I love to party. I would love to hang out, but I'm always thinking about the next ship that I have to do. I'm heading to the Oasis of the Seas in a few days. And it's time to get ready. So I haven't been partying and kicking it in Vegas. I've been doing this, working for you all, because I love it. But so you're only as good as your last gig. Last but not least, vamps playing during your banter, meaning vamping the music while you're talking. I love doing this, and it's something that gradually just came into my show the more I studied Whitney's live shows and just live shows in general. And they always have a vamp playing, like with the keyboard player or something while they're talking. And it just improves the flow of the show, and if you can figure out how to sing talk, like sing and talking and just singing notes that coming out of your mouth right now, but putting some kind of melody to it. Oh, if you can sing talk, people love that. It's like your pastors do in church when they're preaching and they're kind of singing a little bit. T.D. Jakes is really good at that. It's just good. The audience likes it. It's fun. It helps with the overall flow of the show. you know, and it's good for that banter because everybody's going to be asking what? She's good, but what is her banter like? What is her banter? Right? I can't even remember the song anyway. I got to go back and watch it again. Anyway, this is something, a vamp, that you can request your arranger that makes your charts. This is something that you can request to put in your chart so that when your orchestra sits down and it looks at the chart, it says vamp until Q. That's something it'll say, vamp until Q. Meaning, vamp this part until the guest entertainer, you, cues them to take it to the next section. And you better know how to cue an orchestra, which that's the final segment of
Said it go down, down.
How to Be a Cruise Ship Singer. That's part 4, y'all. Next Sunday, I'm going to show you all how to lead your orchestra, how to conduct your rehearsals, like gems, y'all. Gems. I'm just saying, I am enjoying doing this for you all, guys. So I'm wrapping this video up here, but before I wrap it up, I have some questions that were asked to me from the previous How to Be a Cruise Ship Singer video. Oh, Max, hello. How are you? We're just at the end of the video. We're getting ready to answer Kelly Fuller's questions. Hi, Kelly. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you, girl. And Kelly wants to do this job, so she submitted some questions for me. And if you all have any questions, comment below, and I will definitely copy and paste them, and I'll answer them in next week's video, if that's all right. So thank you, Kelly, for jumping off this Q&A situation. So one of Kelly's questions was, should you pay for charts before you get booked? Yes, absolutely. This show is an investment. It's a gamble. You might not get booked. I was told no quite a bit before, you know, something happened. But if you build it, they will come. That's what I really, really believe. Both of my 45-minute shows were already charted out and performed and videotaped before I had any kind of agent, let alone one booking. So you really have to believe in yourself. And look, I didn't come here to preach tonight, but I really do believe, and this is something I tell all my friends, any entrepreneur, any dreamer, I tell them, I say, I believe that God blesses those who are willing to step out on faith and invest in themselves. I really believe that. I believe he's watching us up there, and if he says, you know what, she's putting her money into herself, let me go on and sprinkle a little bit of blessings on top of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer in that. Right, Maxie? Yeah, that's right. You're so sweet. I love my babykins. Get your head out of the lamp. It's hot under there. Okay. Number 2, Kelly's second question was lighting. And her joke was so funny. She was like, as far as lighting, she doesn't have any experience. So she was like, I'm in the dark as far as lighting. Yes, Kelly, I got your joke. I love you. I love you to death. So here's some tips about lighting. Very, very simple. Songs dictate moods. Moods dictate lighting. So for an up-tempo, if you have your lighting, your songs written out, up-tempo, I would write high energy. And then your lighting engineer is going to know what you mean. You know, high energy, lots of moving around, all that. Simple, right? As far as ballads, know what the mood of the song is. You know what I'm saying? If it's a sexy song, like Save It All My Love for You, that's a very sexy, like seductress song. So I ask for reds on that. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing like a bluesy number, maybe like some blue, like a cool, if the song is really cool, use blues. If it's a girly pop song, you know, maybe you're doing some Katy Perry or some Gaga, pinks and purples. You see what I'm saying? Like, songs dictate moods. Also, I like blackouts at the end of every song. Blackouts. It's my detox tea. Blackouts just signifies the end of that section of your show and also can start the mood change for the next song, you know? All right, Kelly's last question was, should you update your material? Kelly is already a singer and she has shows and charts that she already performs. She was saying some of the stuff is a little bit dated and she wanted to know, should she just market herself to cruise lines that take kind of an older show clientele? I think you should update your material, Kelly, and here's why. The cruise clientele is constantly changing and trying to appeal to a younger demographic. You can see it by the ships I'm going on and the new ships that come out. Everything is trying to look more modern and sleek, even down to the shows that they book. So you want to keep your show as current as you possibly can. And when I say current, I'll say cruise current. So I'd say that as far back as you should go is the 70s with your show. Don't go anything before the 70s. 70s is pretty much, I think, the cutoff. So from the 70s to now should work. Because you don't want to limit yourselves to lines that cater to an older clientele, because there's so many lines out there and you're new, so you want to get booked by as many lines as you possibly can. And also, what if those cruise lines decide they want to update everything? Like, it's just like with an iPhone or any kind of cell phone or whatever. You want to stay updated with that current iOS system or whatever. So yes, definitely update your material, because you want to have as many lines interested in your show as you possibly can. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I certainly did. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, where I take you on the road with me on the Diva of the Seas channel. And come back here every Sunday for Set It Go Down, 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 down. Set It Go Down. I will see you next Sunday for part 4, how to work with your cruise ship orchestra. Max, you got anything to say to the people? He's sleeping. Anyway, I love you guys. Make sure you comment and like and subscribe and turn on your notifications. I will see you all in the next video. I love you. Peace. Now that it's over and we're finally sober, we made memories. We made memories, yeah. We stayed till the morning, and now we're both falling, 'cause we made memories. We made memories, yeah. Hi guys. Today's Steph's on Repeat Jam of the Week is Memories by John Legend. Oh my God. I cannot stop listening to this song. It is on repeat. I have listened to it so many times. It's so beautiful. And I forgot how much I love John Legend. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying the content. I'm certainly enjoying it. Make sure you check out my TikTok, Stephanie Parker Music. I have a good time on there. Max, you have fun? Max is asleep. Max likes this song too. I guess he doesn't really have a choice. Anyway, I will see you all next week. I love you. Let's keep making memories. So now that it's over and we're finally sober, we made memories. We made memories, yeah. We stayed till the morning, and now we're both falling, 'cause we made memories. We made memories, yeah. Whoa, oh, we made memories. We made memories, yeah. Stayed till the morning, and now we're both falling, 'cause we made memories. I love you. Peace.
The lady still thanks you for watching.